yarianka wan shedemo. Mini ya shewuye. Mini ya boba. Shewa pomude so na yarianka wan shedemo. Akosi ya bema. Nasema wakanye de. Health issues. Yensha ya pomude so ye. Sikani Japan ya nedie na meri bema o. So I hear who ya. When you breast waba. Obi benya wa nefi ya. Yari no mon shed ya maye. Yari mama katemo. Abrente. Yari no mon shed ya maye. Yari mama ye basta. Mini ya shewuye. Mini ya boba. Shewa pomude so na yarianka wan shedemo. Mini ya shewuye. Mini ya boba. Shewa pomude so na yarianka wan shedemo. Yariye ya o. Yariye nyakura. Yariye ya o. Yariye nyakura. Akosi abema na semini. Fremi King City yo. Patafinda na bigi Sunday.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's yet another day, another week, a new day, a bright Sunday, a day that the Lord has made. So let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today we are here again to bring to you another episode of Health Issues. The title for today, which I'm very sure everyone will be very happy to hear this topic, is diet and sexual health. Sexual health or sexual dysfunction, as we are going to be discussing today, and infertility are conditions with high prevalence in the general population. Many marriages and families are on the rock because of sexual dysfunction, especially sexual dysfunction and infertility. In fact, someone has said that number one factor of most marriages that have problems and family breakups has to do with sexual dysfunction and infertility. Nutritional factors have been reported to have an importance on sexual and reproductive health. With me from Richmond Media is a friend, indeed, a family friend. A friend that I can say, or I can possibly say that when you have her, you have a friend. In times of need, in times of problem, she will always be there for you. She has availed herself to be used in all ways that will sustain life and to improve health. When it comes to the work of God, she is always available. And I'm sure this program is part of the work of God because we are promoting health and we are saving life. We are giving you the nutrients that will help you or that will improve your health. She is a nurse and a wife, a mother and a friend. And her name is Mrs. Linda AMPONSAH.
Thank you,
You're
Sister Hannah.
welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
As you are aware, and as we have been preparing ourselves towards this program, that everyone is watching us from all over the world. I'm sure today, whatever that you have for us together will improve the sexual health of every individual that is watching us today. And whoever is watching us today is watching us live from Richmond Media, Facebook, and Richmond Radio. And we thank the boss of this platform for giving us the opportunity to bring you this program. Sister Linda, when we talk about sexual health or reproductive health, what at all is sexual dysfunction and infertility?
Thank you, Sister Hannah, for having me here. I'm really grateful for trusting in me and also to share experiences and what I have learned to the public. So going on to your question, what sexual dysfunction and infertility is. First of all, I will start with sexual dysfunction. It's a problem that can happen during any phase of the sexual response cycle. It prevents you from experiencing satisfaction during sexual activities. And also infertility also is not being able to get pregnant. Let's say after at least 1 year of trying or more than 6 months, if the woman is over age 35 as well. So if a woman keeps having miscarriages, it is also called infertility.
Thank you so much, Sister Linda. So in this case, why do we normally associate infertility to women and sexually transmitted diseases to men? Sexual dysfunction to men.
This is a question that when I when someone says, most of the time, especially when we go back to Africa, infertility is always associated with women, and SD is also, that's right, goes with the man. So infertility is a disease of the male or female reproductive system. This is defined by failure to achieve pregnancy after 12 months, as I said before, or more, or regular unprotected sexual intercourse. So when you're ready to have, or when you're ready to be pregnant, you will try and try and try and nothing happens. And as I said before, you can be pregnant and you will have miscarriage. So infertility affects millions of people of reproductive age worldwide, and it has impact on their families and communities. So in the male reproductive system as well, infertility is most commonly caused by problems in the ejection of, semen. So absences or low levels of sperms, abnormal shape can also be a problem as well. So it's not only for the female, it also goes for the men as well, because you have a low sperm count as well, and that cannot get a woman pregnant.
You just mentioned of abnormal shape. How can we identify abnormal shape, please? How
This
can
is
we yes,
so when we say abnormal shape, you can't physically see with your eyes. So things like this, you need to see your doctor to do tests upon tests for them to, to identify that you have an abnormal shape, or you have a low, sperm count. And also, infertility may be caused by a range of abnormalities of the ovaries when we talk about the women. So your uterus, fallopian tubes, and the endocrine system, among others. So, it's all about the whole system. It's not just one part. It's the whole body, how it works. So I will put it that way. And also, let me add this: it can also, women can also get, the pregnancy has never been achieved by a person as well. And secondly, infertility is when at least one prior pregnancy has been achieved. Of course, you'll be trying for many times, and of course, one time it can also happen as well. So it's a lot. It's not just one particular thing. It comes with so many issues that, combined to have this type of, problem.
Thank you so much for giving us this in-depth understanding of sexually dysfunction and infertility. So in this case, what are some of the main causes of erectile dysfunction?
Right. So having the causes, you mean the causes of the how erectile dysfunction?
Yes, please.
Okay. So having the erection troubled from time to time, sometimes it's a cause of concern, especially with the men. And when you are couples, I mean, both sides are all concerned, because you need to, the fact that you're trying for a child, the satisfaction is also there. So it can causes stress. So, for example, when you are so stressed, there are so many things going on in your life, and you come home, during the night or during the day, you try to, have an intercourse with your partner. The thinking, you keep thinking. The mind itself is also the whole issue, because everything it starts from the mind. So it can affect your self-confidence as well, and also contribute to relationship problems. So problems getting or keeping an erection can also be a sign of underlying health condition that needs a treatment, and it have also some risk factor to our hearts. So coming to the questions, there are some health issues as well. So when it comes to, as I said, the mind is one of them, your heart, your spine, if you're not well, it's all combined to that, and it causes all this problem to have an issue.
So in relation to that, so how can we maintain a general sexual healthy life, which, part of the body are to be cared for the most, as you've mentioned some of them already: the heart, the genitals, the mind, the waist, the spine, because it looks like all contribute to satisfaction of a sexual intercourse.
So when we talk about food, you mean the food that will help the body? You have to care for your body, to be honest, to have all these systems to work well. So some of the things that can affect our dysfunction as well is the food that we eat. So if you're someone that eats a lot of sugar, cookies, the cake, the candies, the cereals with all these sugars coated, the salts, for example, the chips, biscuits, bread, crackers, canned food, snacks, refined carbohydrates. I mean, everything that we do is in moderation. So I'm not saying all these things that I'm mentioning, it can affect it, but everything is in moderation. You can eat all of these, but it's how you consume things. And things that can also help the system as well. Eating of fruits, a lot of vegetables, lentils, beans, nuts, whole grains, millets, oats, wheat and brown rice and things like that can also help. Of course, someone will say, if this is the case, then we're not going to eat any other things than eating fruit and things like that. No, everything is in moderation. You can't eat fruit for, all the time. I mean, all the time, of course, all your food should be with grains, your veg and, fruits and things like that. But you need to, at least every day, you need to eat some fruits and vegetables together with your meal, which will help as well. Sweet potatoes is quite good, potatoes and, black raspberries and, avocados, watermelon, broccoli and things like that will help the body to boost the energy to do what you need to do for satisfaction for both the male and female.
Thank you so much. So this means we need to balance our diet to
That's
have
right.
all the nutrients in order to even perform well. Thank you so much. So our next question, which is very common, when we talk of infertility, we always attribute it to the women.
Mhm.
But recently, research had made it known to us that it's not only women that suffer from infertility, but from where we are coming from, one a couple is looking for the fruit of the womb. What everyone think about is, oh, is the woman, it's the woman, is the woman. So you see in-laws bombarding the lady with all sorts of abuse. And then, but sometimes when you dig or investigations being done, it can turn into a different thing from the angle that people are not even thinking of. So, how can this be the case that we always attribute infertility to women? And do we have infertility among men as well?
Right. Thank you, Sister Hannah. As you said, before, especially back in Ghana, that's where I come from, so I can speak regarding that. So in Ghana, when we were growing up, if a woman cannot conceive, then we all say, oh, this woman cannot have babies, is barren and things like that. So we never, ever thought man can have infertility. But yes, when you read and research, you could see it's not just the woman, the man also has a problem. But sometimes it's so sad that the men refuse to accept it. Sometimes you can see that even if the woman is ready to do anything to have children, sometimes the men sit back, not being supportive, not being, going to the hospital to see their doctor, to do all these blood tests and things like that, that will help both. It's always the woman. That's back home. That's what I know. I don't know other countries. But when uh, since we have come to UK, if there is any issue, you go to your doctor and they requested, can we see both? I mean, the man and the woman to come and sit down and talk so that they will know where the problem is coming from. So to your question, yes, it's sad that when I look back, we always always say the woman has a problem, but not the man. But now we notice that men can also have infertility as well as the woman. So many infertility can cause by low sperm production, abnormal sperm function, or blockage that prevents the delivery of sperm. So illnesses can also be part of it, injuries, chronic health problems, lifestyle choices, and other factors that may contribute to male infertility.
Thank you so much, Sister Linda. Without you today, it is impossible to have this program along. So in this case, testosterone is a male sex hormone that plays a major role, not just a role, but it plays a major role in the life of, I would say, everyone, not just the men, because when it is being produced, it's being given to the woman. So it plays a major role in the life of everyone, both male and female. So in this case, sexual functioning, bone health, and muscle mass. What food are best for increasing low testosterone?
Thank you, Sister Hannah. I was looking at that. Bear with me. So when I look at the diets or things that we need to eat to boost our testosterone level, you know, so first of all, let me just talk about a little bit about testosterone plays an important role in many aspects of our health. So from sexual function to disease risk, we learn how actions such as lifting weights can also help to improve our testosterone levels naturally. So when we do exercises, it's one of the most effective way to prevent many lifestyle related diseases. Not only that, but it can also boost your testosterone level. So eating well, following a nutrition's well-rounded diet with balanced amount of protein, fats, and carbs may also support healthy testosterone level. So we mentioned, I think you did ask the question, what food, what type of diet or food that when we take
Best
can help. Yeah. So
increase
those are the things, and that's right. And I also said that everything is in moderation. So we need all the carbs, all the protein, we need fat because we burn fat and we need to replace it. But if you don't burn the fat and you keep replacing, that's where you become obese. So minimizing stress as well is very important. So minimizing stress and cortisol level is also important. So chronic stress can negatively affect health and reduce testosterone level. So getting vitamin D, so get some sun. Sometimes when you go to your GP will tell you, oh, you need to get some sun and get your vitamin D, and people go to Ghana and enjoy the sun and just come back, which is good. So get some sun or take a vitamin D supplement. Some studies have found that low levels of vitamin D could be associated with decrease of testosterone level. However, more research is needed determine whether supplementation may be beneficial. So everything that we're saying, if you need to do anything, I will advise you personally to see your GP and also to see your doctor. You need to be having your blood test taken. They will check you out and they will tell you what you need to take. And also we can consider supplements like zinc. Zinc supplements could support healthy testosterone levels, especially for people who have testosterone deficiency. So as I said before, make sure you see your GP, you speak to your doctor, and things like this will help. Sleeping is very important. So get plenty of sleep, high quality of sleep. Not you sleep but you dream, and I mean, of course there's a dream, but sometimes some people will sleep and you can see them, their mind is somewhere else. They are thinking, the thinking is just too much, thinking of work, stress, and things. You see them lying down, but they are not deep asleep. So it is important to get plenty of high quality sleep to maintain healthy testosterone level and optimize overall health. Reducing alcohol. Of course, I am Seventh-day Adventist, but we need to talk about it. Everyone is different. We have different people, different personalities, and things like that. So we need to talk about it. If you are someone who drinks a lot, thinking that will give you strength to, have sexual intercourse with your partner, maybe you won't not see the impact now, but later it can affect you. So drinking alcohol or more alcohol can also affect testosterone and can be a complex, you can have a complex relationship. So it is best to moderate your alcohol intake, since excessive consumption can have a negative effect on your testosterone levels and testicle health. So when we come to, all right, go on.
That's okay. We are very, very, very glad for what you have given us. You made mention of vitamin D, and when the doctors will, advise you to have some sunshine. So does it mean that, when you go to Africa, you will be hearing so many things about sexual dysfunction and so many medication, being advertised of people to get that. So is it the reason why? Is it because of the sunshine that is really driving their sexual orgasm? Yeah, is it like that?
Well, I won't say that, because it's not just one thing. It's combined of lot of things, as I've mentioned. Sleeping, vitamin D's, and things like that. So it's not just one thing. I would say the vitamin D can be better, or it combined with a lot of things. So I would advise anyone who is struggling with, it's not shameful, because when you are young, when you are in your youthful age, having intercourse, there was no issue. But as you're growing up, and things like this happens, I think when you go to your doctor or you see your GP, things will change. Especially in this country, it's really stressful here. Families, working, people back home. There's so many things happening. So it can even affect you so much that you won't even enjoy sex. So we need to look after ourselves very, very well, and have a happy home.
Let us acknowledge our viewers at this moment. Thank you so much, our viewers, for having your time with us this afternoon. We really appreciate your time, because time is everything. Time is life. Time is money. Time is everything. At this moment, our sister Bolani Ode Doyin says it's general in African countries, I suppose. Yeah, that is true. I'm not sure which part of it, but I think everything that we are discussing here is what Sister Bolani is telling us there. Because when you talk of infertility, is always attributed to the women, and then sexual dysfunction is also attributed to men, but it can happen in both ways, which If we have any problems like that, we need to see our GP, we need to see our doctor's house to see what they also have for us, because investigations that they will be conducting will actually identify the actual problem, which will then they'll be able to diagnose the problem and then offer a treatment aid. So when you have any problems like that, don't sit at home, stop crying, and don't be taking medicine requested. I won't say prescribed, requested or advised by people but that are not in the medical field. Rather, go to your GP and your problem will be solved if it is the will that should be done for you. Pastor Samuel, thank you so much for watching us this afternoon. And all the viewers that are watching us, Pastor Samuel says, stress is really killing us as pastors. Please educate us more on how to refuse it more and more. Thank you. Auntie Linda, have you got anything for Pastor? Pastor Samuel says stress is really killing us. Yeah, as pastors. Indeed, yes. Because when you see pastors, they go through a lot. Because when you take that job upon you, people see you as God on this earth. You are not, but the moment that you have taken that job upon yourself, that's why some people classify pastors. So they think pastors shouldn't rest. 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m. Pastor, when your phone rings, everyone expects you
to
to
pick
take.
up. Mhm.
Pastors, when someone don't have food to eat, pastor, medical bills, pastor, water, pastor, everything, pastor, because of the job that pastors have taken upon themselves. So, pastors, indeed, stress is really killing you. You don't have rest. And I don't think you will have rest because people will never stop bothering you. So, Auntie Linda, have you got any advice for pastor at this point?
Yes, thank you, Pastor, for your great contribution. Of course, it's not just the people who are not serving God, or everyone is under stress. But to be honest, pastors are suffering. Pastors are the ones that we go to talk to them when we have problems. I don't think we have ever sat down and asked ourselves, who do pastors go when they are in trouble? It's God, right? Yes. So why don't we go to God when we have problems? Sometimes you need someone to talk to. Of course, God speaks through pastors and speaks through everyone. But as humans or as church members, we need to also think about our pastors because they go through a lot. When they have issues with their partners, their wife, they can't come to us to speak to us. They will go on their knees and pray to God. And also, I would advise all pastors to have a rest. You need to be bold because your health matters. You have children at home, you have your wives and everything. So you need to take a good care of yourself so that you can look after us as well. So please take time, have rest. Your job is 24 hours. I don't know whether pastors have annual leave like we do or holiday, they go on holidays. I don't know. I'm sure even if they are on holiday, we still give them a ring and honestly, they picked up. So, pastors, you're doing a great job for God and also for us. But please do have a rest. When you go on holiday, turn your phone off, be with your wife, your children, and have a great time and come back to us. And I'm sure when you come back, you'll be refreshed and you will be happy to talk to us and you will listen to us as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. AMPONSAH. Oh, I'm so glad you are here. And I'm very sure that everyone watching us this afternoon from all over the world is happy to have you here. Sister Bolani Ode Doyin says taking rest intentionally will help. Pastor should take rest or should take vacation too. God rested after creation. Delegate assignment when you are away. So, Pastor Olani is saying that yes, indeed, God created everything within 6 days, and on the seventh day, He rested. So, although we are not preaching today, we are not talking about the Sabbath day, but Sister Bulani is advising you, the Pastor, take vacation, take rest, at least a day in the week, as God did. We are learning of Him. So if you do that, it will help you put your phones off. And then some of your junior pastors, as you are training them, should be able to take over. If they cannot take over at this point, then, Pastor, you have to do more than what you are doing. Encourage them, delegate them, assign some of your job to them. Let them know that pastor will always not be there for them. As they are being trained to be independent, they should be able to take over when you are not there. So, Pastor, thank you for bringing this question. And Pastor has also answered to say that nice education. God bless you all much. Thank you so much, Pastor, for blessing us this afternoon. Indeed, we need God's blessing that will help us to move forward in life. That will give us life. Indeed, without the blessings of God, life is impossible. So, as we are doing God's work, let us remember that yes, we also have our individual responsibilities to fulfill, because fulfilling those responsibilities also contribute to the work of God. Auntie Linda, I'm so glad. I don't know what to say to you this afternoon for availing yourself to be used, though you are being used by God, but to be on this platform at Richmond Media. Please, wherever you are watching us from, don't be, sorry to say, selfish. Share what you are getting this afternoon. Share it to a friend. Flip your phone and just send them link to someone, to whoever is available this afternoon. Even if they are not available now, they will definitely be available later. Tell them to watch this program. Tell them how educative this program is and what are the benefits that they can get from this program in order to improve their family life, which is very important in every home, because we need to enjoy our families and we need our home to be a happy home. Auntie Linda, I'm coming back to you again as understanding of physical, mental, and emotional factors that contribute to this infertility and then sexually dysfunctioning. Help people that are watching us, to choose a diet that promotes better sex.
Okay. Of course, we've mentioned a lot, but we can go over again regarding the health or the diets that can, help to improve our sexuality. So, taking good green foods, to be honest, taking avocado, taking nuts. Nuts also help. Oysters, of course, I'm sure SDs we don't eat that, but it's really good. Salmon, also seeds, apple, beef, and rich food as well helps to enhance both our libido and sexual enhancement.
Thank you, Mrs. AMPONSAH, which some people calls you Mrs. AMPONASH. A group of people can't pronounce the name AMPONSAH, so they are calling you AMPONASH. But whichever way that you call her, she is always happy to respond to you. You know what? There is one particular question that I think everyone would be very, very happy to hear from you. And your opinion as well will be very, very much appreciated. People talk about or think of thicker banana. What at all is thicker banana, and what advice do you want to give it to people about that?
So what is thicker banana? I want to be sure, because I don't want to talk about banana. I want to be sure what I'm talking about. What is thicker banana?
We're talking about
What does
uh,
yeah,
mhm. Thank you, Auntie.
thick,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. um, our young generation, or most women think that long, big, are the best. But I would say it all depends on the man or the woman. So whether it can be long and big, but it can satisfy you, to be honest. You can't get your orgasm. So it depends on the man. And also the receiving end. Of course, we the women, we are receiving. We are both enjoys, but we are the one that receive. So it's how you enjoyed it, how the touching. To be honest, women, when we having sex, we need to relax. The body needs to relax right down, because if you don't relax and you are too tense, you will not enjoy it. And also we have to allow the men to touch us. There are certain parts that we know that when the man touch, you can feel, you can enjoy. So when they touch, I keep asking them to keep, touching that spot, because it helps you and also help the man. If you're having sex and you are not enjoying it, of course, the man was not enjoying it as well. So I think we both need to be more active, so that we can, especially the women, we can have our orgasms and enjoy it more. And I would say we have to always relax, and also let the men touch us. There are certain parts that, of course, we are all different, we are all individuals. We know the parts that we enjoy when our men touch us. So we have to let them know that when you touch this part, I do enjoy this. So you show them the parts that you enjoy, and they will, of course, help us so that we can enjoy it more.
So, Mrs. Amponash, does it mean it's not about how thick the banana is? Is that what you are trying to tell us? Because you're not going straight to the point. So,
Oh, well, I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. Whether it's big, it's huge, it's short, it's small. Um, it's it's so difficult to explain. But to be honest, um, if you're a couple, of course, you know your man, and you've been married for so long. So of course you enjoyed it, and you know how to touch your man. And to be honest, when you having sex, of course, um when you touch your man, the penis when you enjoy with the kissings and the touching and everything, it will increase. So we have to use our hands to do the job, and we will enjoy it more. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Mrs. AMPONSAH. You are giving us all the juice and all the milk, everything, all the nutrients that we need for this program. You know what? Some men always say that they don't want a man whole. They need a tighter entry. And Christiana Sapon says, watching you from Amsterdam. Nice talk. Thanks very much. Oh, Auntie Christy, thank you so much for spending your time with us this afternoon. And I'm very sure that you have been blessed this afternoon. And you take all these advices that we are giving from no other platform than Richmond Media on board. And I know your home will be very, very, very enjoyable. And Linda, they don't want they want a tighter entry. They want a tighter entry and clean. That's what the men are saying to the women. So how can we as women ensure a healthy and sanitized vagina?
Right. Women, you know your body. I don't think when you go in there, just touch it and smell it. Of course, if the smell is not good, you will know. My advice is you make sure you clean well with water. I won't advise anyone to use, soap or anything, just water, because our vagina itself always clean itself. So all we need is just add water to clean. You don't want to keep using soaps and other things, to wash under there. Of course, there are other things when you go to supermarket or Superdrug or things like that. There are other washing up there for us to use as well. I'm sure it has been approved, so we can also buy those things to wash under. Sometimes some of the smell can be very strong, and as women, we should know our body. If you know the smell is strong, you need to go to your doctor and they will take a sample and check and see if there is infection or anything. The body is very complicated. You don't want to leave it to the end or to the end time, and there will be a different issue altogether. So we are not doing it just for the men. Of course, we're doing it for our husbands, we're doing it for our, as couples and things like that. But we're also doing it for ourselves. It's very important. So it's not just the men want to have a good smell. It's your body. So why don't you keep it in neat? If you think there's a changes, of course you will know. So make sure if there is a major changes, you need to see your doctor. It's very, very important.
Thank you, Auntie Linda. And Bolani says, I enjoyed this session. Thanks so much. And Sister Bolani, thank you so much for spending your time with us, and keep watching Richmond Media, because right after this program, we are bringing you From the Beginning, which is also coming live from the same family. Mr. AMPONSAH will join us. That is Auntie Linda's husband. So don't go. Stay tuned. Auntie Linda, as we come to the end of health issues, can you wrap up for us? Thank you.
Yes. So thank you very much for inviting me today. I'm very happy. I'm glad that I'm here. It's a learning curve for all of us. Of course, most of us are married. We have our husbands, wives, we need to enjoy ourselves. Life is too short. So when we say life is too short, it's not all about going on vacation, seeing friends. We as as family, as couple, we need to enjoy, avail yourself. My husband is looking at me like, he said, tonight, avail yourself. So we need to avail ourselves for each other to enjoy. So when we are too tense in bed, of course, we will not enjoy it. But also, if there is any issue, I don't think, of course, back home, we think that when you have sexual dysfunction and things like that, infertility, people will say, oh, it has caused more abortion. That's the reason why you cannot conceive and things like that. You need to see your doctor. Nothing is too late. Don't just stay in your house and be stressed about it. You need to speak to a professional and get help. It's very important. And also, we have to enjoy ourselves, as I said, and also we have to keep ourselves neat, especially down there, because cancer is real. Working on oncology, we have so many issues. So when there is any changes compared to how you know yourself, you need to see your doctor, especially the women. Is very, very important. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Linda, and thank you all our viewers and listeners for watching this program live coming from you from Richmore Media, Richmore on YouTube, Richmore Facebook, and Richmore Radio. Today, even if we didn't know and we know of it, we've got more experience and more advice, knowing that infertility can occur in both men and women. It's not only the women, or sexually dysfunction can occur in men. It can happen to both. So when you experience anything, run for your life, go to see your GP, encourage yourself, look after your body, eat vegetables, fruit and vegetables, balance your diet, and take good care of your body. And be flexible in bed as well when you go to bed, because all contribute to sexual functioning. Let's help ourselves. Let's help our family to have a happy family home. Thank you, listeners, for watching us from Richmond Media. Don't go, stay tuned. We are bringing you another program right from here, from the beginning. And that will also, you will experience that one together with health issues, bring you long life, joy, and happiness. And when you are stuck in life, you will know when to curve and where to go. Thank you. Even if you have a problem and you don't know where to go to your GP, and your GP, your doctor, your house art will be able to help you. Have a good afternoon, and thank you for watching. Bye for now. My name is Hanna Bimah.
Yes, we'll die.